So it'll be interesting if Bisu can do any damage. And Mind's now got a couple of vultures out as well. So he's got a couple of siege tanks, a couple of vultures. He's got more than enough to deal with Bisu's harass. I think Bisu's harass is coming too late, and I think Bisu is just trying to buy himself some time to get those expansions up, try and slow Mind down a little bit. Mind now venturing out with those vultures. This might give Bisu a little bit of a help here, and Bisu drops in behind the siege tank. The Dragoon will absorb the first tank hit, but the Dragoon dies. He's got two tanks siege there. He's got more tanks reinforcing. So Bisu doing no damage at all, and this time he drops the Reaver without actually firing off the Scarab. So he's done no damage at all. This time the Reaver Scarab goes off, but it's lurking behind those mineral line. It's lurking behind that mineral line. By the time it actually blows up, it's not really going to do a lot of damage. And Mind tried to slow Bisu down with some spider mines in the middle of the map, but Bisu's got his observers out. He's got a couple of observers out. So really, I think the map, the game at this point definitely in an advantageous position for Mind. He's got absolutely no damage done to him from Bisu's harassment. He's got that expansion up and running that was up faster than Bisu's expansion. Bisu now just trying to buy himself some time while Mind is macroing heavily. Mind is not interested in another expansion, folks. He knows that Bisu needs to get those extra expansions up, but I think Mind is basically going to try and time a push, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to time a push before Bisu can start reaping the harvest from those other expansions that Bisu's put out. Bisu now putting up another 4 gateways, so Bisu is going to be in a position very soon to be mass producing units. I need to see Citadel Vadon for Bisu, and then just as I said that, they clicked on it because Bisu needs those zealots and he needs the speed upgrade for his zealots, and I just don't think he's going to be ready in time for this push that's going to come from Mind here. And I think this push might be the game deciding one for Mind, as was the attempted harassment by Bisu, which obviously failed miserably, and really Bisu playing a little bit of a nothing game there. He put up those two gateways but didn't really do anything effective with them early on. He didn't really tech. He got his observatory up first, didn't get the Reaver, and he didn't really fast expand either. So Bisu has really played a bit of a jack of all trades, master of nothing, while Mind seemed to have a more focused strategy, going for that siege tank early on. Bisu's now got a couple of zealots, and you can see they're not speed upgraded, so this is going to be very difficult for Bisu to slow down this push from Mind. Mind's got a significantly superior force, macroing much earlier than Bisu, and Bisu is just hoping to buy himself some time, slow Mind down a little bit, and obviously he's invested a lot of those expansions. The one thing obviously that is slowing Mind down is the fact that he doesn't have any Goliaths. He's going to be relying on those SCVs to put up some turrets. So if Bisu can maybe take down those SCVs with a drop or something like that, that might give him a little bit of a chance. And Bisu dropping Zealot bombs at ease here at will, because those turrets aren't up yet, and that's allowed him to buy a little bit more time. Mind does have a couple of Marines with his main force. He's got those 4 Marines that he initially built, so excellent conservation of resources here. And you've got to say, near perfect play from the Terran, I would say rookie, because I haven't seen him play much, and now he's sieging up at that ramp. Bisu's going to come in with his Zealots. Those Zealots not being speed upgraded. They've taken a few hits. He's got that Reaver as well, which didn't do anything. One of the tanks goes down. The Reaver Scarab takes out another tank. Mind's push is being broken by Bisu. It looks like Bisu might be able to break Mind's push here. He set up another couple of siege tanks at the back. He's lost a couple of Dragoons, but he's continuing to push on. Mind's reinforcements arrive. Are they going to arrive in time? I'm not sure. Bisu pulls back. I think Bisu should have kept going there. I think if Bisu had moved those 6 Dragoons that he had right into those tank zone, I think he would have been able to kill that push. And Mind's push just barely survives. Those reinforcements arriving in the nick of time. And I think, again, the critical deciding factor there being the lack of speed upgrades on those Zealots. Bisu dropping more Zealot bombs, try and kill off this push before it becomes too strong. Bisu's obviously going to be pumping from those gateways. He is now mining from those 3 nexuses. He is pumping probes from them, but I don't think those nexuses have been up long enough to give Bisu the decided economic advantage that he needs. Mind is now taking advantage of this, of his advanced position, to set up another command center to expand, and he's got a lot of SCVs. He's been pumping SCVs like anything, like hell, and almost UAV style micro from Mind here. Bisu has managed to move those tanks that were sieged just outside that expansion in the middle of the map for Bisu in the middle top of the map, but Mind is going to re-establish that there, and Bisu has got a very small attack force. Obviously Bisu's supply route is a bit shorter than Mind's, and Bisu with that shuttle, I think he's going to go around and try and harass Mind, try and force him back a little bit with the shuttle, and try and buy himself a little bit more time here. Mind with a lot of vultures. He's got his siege tanks, and Bisu coming in. Oh my god, most of his heroes getting taken down by the Minds. Great defense by Mind. He pulls down his vultures in front of his tanks just in the nick of time, and Bisu loses most of his Zealots to the spider mines. The Dragoons can't get in a word edgeways and get pushed back yet again, and you can see Mind taking a firm grasp of this first map, of this first round, of this final matchup in the MSL Season 3, GomTV MSL Season 3 Finals. Bisu coming yet again. He's produced those reinforcements quite quickly there, so that was perfect timing by Bisu. Once again, those mines are heavily placed, and he's lost a lot of Zealots to the mines wall yet again. I cannot believe he lost those Zealots. Where are the Dragoons following them up. The Dragoons got taken out by the siege tank, and Mind's push survives yet again, and he's now placed outside that middle top expansion of Bisu's, just below the 12 o'clock position, and this is looking curtains for Bisu here. Looks like Mind is going to take the first game, and I don't know what Bisu is doing here. Maybe he was spent all of the last few months preparing for the big final versus Xavier and was shocked to find a Terran in the final. Now, it has to be said, last season Bisu did struggle versus the Terrans. It was Flash, the up-and-coming wonder kid, and I wonder how he did this season. You guys will have to update me on that, who stopped him in his tracks in the OSL, and the closest shave he had last season, other than the final of course, was versus Wayson, and Wayson really took Bisu to the wire with some startling play. So Bisu did struggle a little bit versus the Terrans, and Mind is going to draw first blood here, and I don't see a way out of this for Bisu. Mind is pushing relentlessly ahead, and I don't think Bisu is going to be able to do anything to take this out, and I have to say, a catalog of errors. Oh, brilliant Zealot Bomb takes out 4 tanks! Is there a chance for Bisu to come back here? Brilliant Zealot Bomb on those tanks. Mind obviously pushing without the support of the turrets, and that allowed Bisu to take out the tank. Mind obviously, and Bisu looks like he's broken that push, but Mind's come out with the vultures and Spider-Mines in. He's only got 1 siege tank, but unfortunately for Bisu, he doesn't have enough, and Mind is forced to retreat. This is going to give Bisu a little bit of breathing room, but he has crucially lost that expansion and the resources that he invested in it to Mind. Mind managed to take out that expansion just below the 12 o'clock position. And as I was saying, Mind obviously pushed a little bit too early there. I think he was a little bit hasty in his push. He obviously thought he had the opportunity to close the game down. Bisu fighting back valiantly, and so Mind pushed forward without actually getting any turrets in position, so he had absolutely nothing to counter the Zealot Bomb drop, and that one Zealot Bomb took out about 4 siege tanks, and that was really brilliant by Bisu. Unlucky for Mind, and that's given Bisu a little bit of a way back in this game. He's forced Mind to retreat because he needs to rebuild those siege tanks up, and it just gives Bisu a little bit of a chance to counter. Unfortunately, I don't think Bisu is going to be able to counter well. And again, brilliant micro by Bisu. Mind has bought himself the time that has taken Bisu to traverse the length of the map to put up a few more siege tanks at his middle bottom expansion, just above the 6 o'clock position, and he's got a couple of turrets up as well, so that's going to prevent the Zealot bombs. And the Zealots dropping this time. Mind has the vultures surrounding those siege tanks to take out the Zealots as they drop, and suffers no damage to his in-place defenses. But it has given Bisu some breathing room in this match. I don't think it's going to be enough, to be honest. I think Mind has too much of an advantage now, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Definitely. And oh my god, Bisu running up the map, Bisu running up with all those Zealots. He's going to actually break Mind's defenses here. He's going to break those siege tanks. He doesn't manage to do it. I thought for a second he was going to take those siege tanks out. One of the siege tanks goes out, one of the siege tanks survives, but Mind's got reinforcements pouring in, and I just felt that Mind's advantage was too high, and Bisu unable to rebuild. Bisu doesn't have any reinforcements, and he taps out. Bisu calls GG. So a bit of a seesaw at the end there, but Mind's advantage holding good enough for him to stay on for the win, and he takes the lead in an exciting matchup in the MSL final. So first blood goes to Mind, guys. I'll be back with game 2. Thanks for listening. This is a very rusty Klazart at your service.